The following podcast is a collection of creatives posing interesting perspectives and opinions on branding, marketing, business, and everything in between. The views expressed on this podcast do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of its guests, hosts, or production team. The names, circumstances, and situations discussed are about 98% fictitious, with the primary intent to protect the guilty. Well, this podcast is designed to educate, inform, enlighten, and if you're entertained in the process, we did our job.
Listen, your client still don't believe you. You need more people, part 2, and we're going to talk about it. This is the Making the Brand Podcast. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world today. I want to welcome you to the Making the Brand Podcast. My name is Jarvis Relleford, and
I'm Kris Kinder.
Hey, Kris Kinder.
Hey.
You doing all right?
I'm excellent.
Good.
Excellent condition.
What's
How
going
about
on?
You? Look, working, man, moving. So, this coming up weekend, shout out to London Elixir music producer. I've watched this girl just blossom from just different heights. Right now, she's doing sync music. You'll see her music and hear it in different films on HBO, Stars, BT. She's everywhere.
Okay.
I was able to sponsor her.
Look at you.
Yeah. She has a film that is coming out. We're debuting it this Sunday. So super excited to just work with her and some of the producers on the show. Shout out to Jamal.
I know Jamal.
You know Jamal? You know Jamal?
Yeah.
What do he look like?
Tall. He's black.
Negative.
He has hair.
Literally. You know he's black because his name is Jamal, but shout out to Jamal. That's a dead giveaway.
Black Jamal. You ever met a white guy named Jamal?
Never.
That's hilarious.
Have you?
Never.
You ever met a white guy named Leon?
No.
Exactly. These
That's
are black.
crazy.
These are typical black names,
Jesus Christ.
but excellent names.
Shout out to Leon.
Shout out to
There is a
Leon.
white boy somewhere named Leon.
I'm gonna Google it.
Yo,
I'ma
his mom definitely likes black guys.
We need to pop. We're gonna insert white Leon here.
Yeah, right, Leon. I'm gonna go to Facebook and put in Leon and see how many white guys pop up.
I'm so done.
Hilarious.
Just amazing people. So Sunday we get to just see her documentary where she kind of speaks on it, her and her team.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. She is editors. Maddie, shout out to Maddie. Just amazing people.
Okay.
So
Cool.
just to be able to be a part of that, something that inspires change and something to a community. This is personal to me. Music is my first love.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Mine too. It broke my heart.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Same. So I'm kind of creeping back into
music.
it. What does that mean? Can somebody please tell us? I seen this what does this mean? Why are we doing it?
I don't know, but I was at a high school speaking to some kids. Shout out to I was at Southwest DeKalb High School. Shout out to Tamara. And I it was speaking to some kids, these beautiful kids, amazing kids. They're like 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. And she has a program for them where they come in after school and they talk about different business strategies, almost like the accelerator program for kids.
That's dope.
And it's super dope that she did it. So I went in and spoke to the kids, and at the end of the thing, we were taking pictures, and I was like, okay, they were all doing all these cool hand gestures. And so I was like, what do I do? And they was like, oh, don't worry about it, Mr. J, just do this. And I did it, and I've been doing it ever since.
You dissed a whole group of people and don't even know what you did.
Yeah, he said, just do this or like this. And so I've been doing it in all my pictures.
If any of y'all know what this means, or if you have kids that know what this means,
Let us know. Put in the comments.
please let us know, because I'd hate to be.
Yeah.
We have no idea what that means.
I have no idea. But nobody's ever said anything to me like, hey, cuz, check it in, cuz, none of that. So I ain't had no issue. Because it's on the intro video. Like, I'm just tripping, just having a good time with it. But nobody's ever checked me about it. So I'm assuming it's safe.
That's wild. Hopefully we get some feedback from that. Cause
I do it to my kids. They don't say nothing.
They don't say nothing?
They don't be like, Dad, you know what that is?
Do they throw it up?
Nah, they don't.
So you throw it up and your kids don't throw it
throwing
up?
gang signs in their face.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. The hardest thugs throw up that 4 sign, whatever 4 means.
And then they bite their bottom lip or do it. Yeah. Or, hold on. I can't even do shit.
I got it. Watch.
You got it? That's it. You gotta lean your head back a little bit.
I don't know what that means. I'm gonna start throwing it up because who knows what we could be talking about.
Listen,
not doing it. But so what's up with you?
Chilling, man. I'm cooking.
Always.
I'm in the kitchen.
You're always cooking.
I just, Kris, my thing is, people are gonna clown me for working too hard. They'll never clown me for not working enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are like, oh, you gotta rest, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Yeah, I rest when I get tired. You know what I'm saying? When I get tired, I rest, I slow down. But I feel like I got to the game late.
Really?
I feel like I showed up to the game late.
Oh, you showed up right when you were prepared for the game.
I showed up to it when God said it's time for you to be here.
Correct.
But I feel like it was late. And that might be my own personal trauma.
Could be.
Could be my own personal
trauma. Because you're doing extremely well.
Thank you. You're doing extremely well.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I try. I'm going to take your quote. I'm going to put your name on it. Okay. I'm going to take it.
Which one?
They'll clown me for working too much. They'll never be able to say that again, so I can make sure I keep it here.
I don't mind. People are going to clown me for working too hard. They're never going to clown me for not working enough.
Boom. Message.
I be seeing people, on Sundays, my message on social is usually like, it's Sunday, still do some work. A lot of people take off on Sunday. Sunday's the day to get ahead.
Absolutely, because everybody else is sitting
taking
back.
off. So shout
out to the people who work a lot, who work hard, because you know where you're going. Because a lot of people around us don't understand that struggle. But I say here with you, keep doing what you're doing. If you got a vision and you know what it takes, do what you got to do.
Right.
Rest is essential, right?
It is. You need it.
Yeah, but that don't mean you take your foot off the pedal.
Right. True.
Yeah.
This is true.
Shout out to that.
Is entrepreneurship for everybody?
No. That's why everybody doesn't do it. Shout out to the people who know they can't do it. It's okay.
But can they do it?
Can they?
Yeah.
I believe anybody can do anything, but if it's for them, no. Maybe it's not for everybody. I've had a conversation with a person who told me entrepreneurship is not for me. It doesn't work for my lifestyle.
Same thing.
Yeah, that's a real thing. That's why we have employees.
I was talking to, shout out to Keisha, probably my oldest friend. I've known her since second grade. And we were having a conversation the other day. And she was saying, Jarvis, you do this, you do that. She's having, I shouldn't have said her name. I'm going to block your name out, sis. But she was, she's like, I make great money. But I still don't have enough to live and do what I need to do. And I'm like, that's usually the case with a job. A job doesn't give you the luxury of living lavishly. They give you enough to stay afloat. And so I'm like, why not pick up, some? And she's like, I just don't have the hustle. I just don't have the hustle. And I'm like,
that's honest.
If you know you don't have the hustle, get the hustle.
That's an entrepreneurial mindset. Everybody's not like that. And that's fair. We live in a world full of different views. If everybody was an entrepreneur, who would work? Where would the people at McDonald's be? Where would the people at these corporate companies be if everybody was an entrepreneur?
Well, I get that.
You mean on the side?
I get that. I get everybody can't be an entrepreneur, but I do believe that everybody has an opportunity to make their own money.
Absolutely.
And write their own story. I don't think you can get wealthy or rich working for somebody else. I just don't think so. I dated a girl and she was like, I'm gonna make $1 million. I'm like, if this company pays you $1 million, you got to be generating $100 million for this company. And if you could generate $100 million for somebody else, why you can't do it for yourself? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. I think what happens with companies, just to defend the companies, right? Because you and I both hire people.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's a different perspective, is that company gives them the resource that they don't have to create for themselves.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
And it goes along with even just business and brand awareness. Maybe I don't have the thought process or the grit to really create a product that works. Right. But if you give me a platform where I can maximize the opportunity, then I can make that work for me. And then hence we have people who are employed. It works. It's a system that works. If it ain't broke,
true. Don't fix
it.
I feel you. So we're talking about, that's a whole nother episode for another day. I don't know where it came from. I don't know where the randomness comes from.
It's very random.
But I like it.
Me too.
I like it. So last episode we talked about, 5 reasons why business, why you're not being credible the lack of credibility in the marketplace, why people don't trust you, right? And we talked about the number, and they're in no particular order, but number one we said was authenticity. Yeah. Number two was fruit focus versus tree focus. And then we kind of got off on this tangent about, Drake and Kendrick, and then we never made it back.
It was so intense.
Yeah, it was intense.
Yeah, I enjoyed that conversation.
I did too. I
love hip hop.
Yeah, the comments section is nuts. But anywho, number three, reasons why you lose credibility in the marketplace, and I think there's a selfishness, and what I mean by that is credibility isn't based off your own merit. I am credible in the marketplace. You are credible in your arena because of what you've done, your track record, your reputation. Your reputation is what it is because of what you've been able to accomplish, what you've been able to do, right? But that's not for you to speak on all the time.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not for you to speak on all the time. We call it social proof. Yeah. This is the opportunity that you allow your clients. This is the opportunity you allow your reputation to precede you. So we talked about, I think in the last episode, we talked about doing the work and doing the work and allowing the work to speak for you. It's okay to hype yourself up, to talk your talk. You
gotta push it, right?
Right. But I when it's me, look what I did, look what I got going on, look what I'm doing, look at this, da 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 da. I don't want you as my coach. I can't see the fruit because you're standing in front of the tree. You know what I'm saying?
So what you're saying is, if you're gonna be a business, it has to be client, customer focused.
Absolutely.
Because that's what matters.
That's it. My clients don't do business with me because I'm me. They do business with me because of the results that I've gotten for other clients, like them. And I think, once we understand it, listen, that reputation is what brings, that milkshake is what brings the boys to the yard. It's the reputation. You know what I'm saying?
I get that, right? So let me play devil's advocate, right? So in the world that we live in, we live on this social media foundation. Everything you said, social proof, right? So now we live in an industry in a world that is impacted by influencers. These people literally get on and talk about themselves. They show their lives. They show what they do. They show their cars. They show their clothes. They show their families. And this draws people to them. And so now you have fans, right? What would be the difference between fans and clients? How do you convert those fans to clients? And what makes the difference? What is the contributing factor that turns fans, followers, into clients? And does that align with what you just said?
So that's a two-part question. Great question. So can fans be converted into clients? A small percentage of them can be. And I say that because a percentage of them can be. Fans do what? Fans spectate. Fans watch. My clients do. See what I'm saying? Your clients do. Clients do. They work. Fans watch. Clients do. So I'm saying that to say that if you become a fan of mine because of what you've seen me do, then chances are you won't be a client. But you will become a client. People will become a client of mine because of what I do. So it's a double-edged sword, but no, I don't think that. I think fans are gonna always be a fan, and clients they're gonna be somebody's client. They may not be mine, but people that do typically do. People that watch typically watch, and so watchers very seldomly become doers. But is it possible that they can be at some point? I think some people start out watching, but they will start out watching with the intention of being a client one day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's important. That's why the me is, I could show my lifestyle without, this is where you gotta get creative. I could show my lifestyle without being me. When we did that Escalade video, when we bought that Escalade and we did that interview, I ain't talk about how much money I spent on that Escalade. I didn't me that conversation. That conversation was about the business. Yeah. That conversation was about the brand. But I creatively and say, hey, let's do this in the Escalade I just bought.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
So I'm showing lifestyle without telling you, hey, this is my lifestyle.
Did we even mention it was your Escalade? I don't think.
Nah, we talked about it on the scam episode. We talked about it on the scam. Okay. Yeah. Speaking of, we got an update on that too. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Not so much on the money, but I told you the lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, she reached out a couple weeks ago.
What?
Yeah, she reached out. Was like, and we when I say we were like this, we were like this, and I could just tell like she misses it. She misses it, or she's probably alone because she was an older lady, you know what I mean, and she had one of them. If I don't know, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it on the
We didn't call her name
on the exclusive content. We called her name on the exclusive one.
Yeah.
You ain't seen that.
That is
dog their ass out.
Oh my God.
Ass out on the exclusive one. But nah,
y'all be trying to keep him like right here.
Listen,
straight and narrow. I try, but Jarvis you don't care, dude.
Listen.
You care.
I do. It's certain things I care about. I have a very small list of things that I really care about. My son the other day, he got a job and he came home. I was like, hey man, how was work? And he was like, oh, it was cool. I got off at 11, but, they had me doing go backs at like 9:30. So I pretty much just BS the rest of the day. I said, you did what? He's like, I BS'd the rest of the day. I'm like, son, you can't say that to me. Like, I had to think about it. Like, do I really care if he says BS? In the grand scheme of things, big picture, him saying BS, is that a big problem? Is that in the grand? And I hope he never watches this. No, it's not a problem. No, but him saying BS to me is like saying WTF, Dad, or I'm mad AF, Dad, or
LMAO.
Yeah. And you can never talk to me that way in that tone. So, and if I allow you to tell me you BS at work, in a month from now, you're going to be telling me STFU.
Well, I get that part, but when I was a kid, I couldn't even say the word lie.
I couldn't either.
I had to say
tell
stories.
Yeah,
and for me, even to this day, I don't understand
don't say it around my
kids. Say lie.
Yeah.
What is that? It's in the Bible.
Yeah, can't say it. And I don't let my kids say it.
You don't let your kids say lie?
No, I don't know why.
Do we know why we don't let our kids say
put in the comments.
Lie? Put in the comments. Why don't we allow kids to say
lie?
Well, certain kids to say lie. Because I've heard these new kids say everything.
Oh, these new kids do everything. Yeah.
Lie.
I don't know what the thing. Mr. P, do you know why? Why we can't say lie? Why our parents wouldn't allow us to say lie? That was like it was like a curse word in our home.
Literally a curse word.
He don't know. Mr. P, okay. The Caribbean culture is different. Okay. Guys, it's a Southern thing. All right, cool. All right, cool. So, so we just got all off track. Let me get back on.
No, but I get that. So you're saying be more customer focused.
Right.
Your product, what it does for other people. But if your product is selling a lifestyle and then you turn around and say, I can help you get this type of lifestyle that I have, then we have a unique situation.
Absolutely.
Right? And we see a lot of that, especially with the social climate, with the social media influencers. That's just people want to know, how can I get what you have? Show me how to do that.
Absolutely. That's the trick. That's the trick. You can live this lifestyle. You see Grant Cardone, you see all these guys get online and they do this stuff. You can have that life. But this is what you have to do to get it. And they don't really
shift to that.
Right.
Gotcha.
So and when we get into the nuts and the bolts of what you have to do to get it, that's when it becomes what makes me the expert is I've helped thousands of people do it. Not, hey, y'all, look at my new car, balling. It's more to it than that. It's more to it than that. And it's more to it than that. People think that I live differently than I live because of the way we market or the way but I'm a regular dude.
Regular dude. So then your product has to be something that's relevant, and it depends on the type of industry. So if you're telling me, and that takes us to our next point.
Okay.
Is industry. But if you're telling me I got to get a CPN and run scams to get this, you might not get my attention. Yeah. I'm not trying to go to jail for no Porsche.
Yeah.
Not for a Porsche.
The industry you jump in can kill your credibility.
Yeah.
So, I'm anti-MLM.
I know you are. I knew we were going there. I knew.
I said we weren't going to talk about it, but I'm anti-MLM for multiple reasons.
Girl in the red dress.
I forget her name. I keep forgetting to go look it up. I still got your number.
Sells Primerica.
She sells Primerica, and I hate you. I hate you vehemently. I hate you. You ruin my night. You ruin my life.
She said we're going to dinner.
We're going to dinner. Man, Robin Givens looking. We going to dinner. You drive stick. Yeah, I drive. Yeah, let's go. Come on. Yeah. So I hate MLMers because of her. So Primerica, you can never call my phone. Like, you can never call my phone and sell me anything. I'll never buy it from you. I hate you.
They didn't do it.
They didn't?
She did it.
But they gave her upline, told her that this was permissible. Her upline said that this is cool.
It got you there, though.
I was there and I listened.
Did you?
I listened.
I didn't hear that part. He listened.
I listened. I ate my beef Wellington.
Oh.
And my steamed vegetables and my mashed potatoes with no seasoning because they were made by elder Caucasians. I ate that food and I went home, but I never talked to her again after that. But anyway, industry. I think that the industry that people jump into can definitely hurt their credibility in the marketplace. Meaning, you hit the nail on the head. Like, there's no legitimacy around the CPN. You got a CPN business, bro, you're a scammer.
That's how Phaedra's husband went. Apollo. Didn't he go?
He was doing CPNs?
Yeah, I think he was like.
That's crazy.
Doing deceased people's information.
That's what a CPN is.
Crazy.
That's what it is. Now the CPN, us, we're gonna take something and we're gonna make it something else. But the CPN is what people use to protect their social security numbers. So the government, the IRS, will provide you with a CPN to embed your social into it so that you can still make purchases and do things that you need to do if you're protecting your identity or something of the sort. Well, us, we took it, we remixed it, we put out a new song. And so now we sell CPNs so we can get cars and apartments and credit cards. And instead of repairing the credit or fixing the credit, we do the same. Anyway, I met a guy, he sold CPNs. And he's like, you got to do this whole laundry list of things to make it work, right?
All of these illegal things.
All these illegal things. Well, the things aren't really illegal. It's more like.
They told me I had to get another ID with a different name on it, different address.
Yeah, how you do that?
I don't know. I don't do that.
Yeah, it's a lot. So yeah, that is illegal.
Yeah.
But the guy told me you got to create an email address using. That you've never used before. You got to have an address that you've never used before. You got to have you have to create a completely total credit profile that does not connect to your true credit profile.
The trade lines and stuff.
Right. All that. Put all that on. And I'm like, if you can do all of that with somebody else's credit, why you can't do it with yours?
Drop the mic.
Yeah.
Walk away.
Yeah, if I got to do all this, nigga, I might as well just fix my own credit. Like, if I got to do all this.
Because sometimes the credit is messed up. So you got too much stuff you got to pay off.
That's true.
And then you got to go to an MLM that cleans your credit.
Lord.
You do. Shout out to UWE.
Yeah.
United Wealth Education. Listen, they'll clean your credit. $89 a month. They'll do your dispute letters. They'll send it off.
They will not do your dispute letters. You got to do your own dispute letters.
No, they do them for you.
No, they don't.
Shout out to you. They do them for you. They show you where they've sent it off. And I don't know how to do that kind of stuff. Like, I'm not a dispute letter writer. I don't draft up those papers.
They give you the template. No, they give you the template, but you got to.
Old school. They do it now.
They do it now? Oh, it's new.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyway.
You don't like MLMs, but here's the thing. MLMs make it so that the average person who's not the expert can utilize their platform and get clients and get paid for it. They're like walking commercials. Hey, I know a spot that can clean and do things like that. But then there's other MLMs that I wouldn't touch with a long spoon.
Most of them.
Yeah.
Maybe the credit repair one would be beneficial. But then there's we talked about the jewelry one. I got friends that are in the jewelry business, and I have just a different business model that I think could benefit you, and you can keep your product and still sell it at these events where you is always one at a vendor event.
I just need to be able to get at least more than 3 wears out of that jewelry.
What do you mean?
You can only wear it 3 times.
Why can you only wear it 3 times?
Because it's not real, and of course it's not real. It's
$5.
It does. I get it.
It's $5.
I get it. And I guess that creates repeating customers, returning, revolving door customers, because you got to keep going back to buy more $5.
Is that the business model?
It has to be.
We sell you this cheap junk, and you're going to keep coming back to buy cheap junk because you can't afford real jewelry?
And so by the time you've spent hundreds of dollars on this as a returning customer, you could have bought this with patience.
Yeah.
But there's a market, and they do very well.
They do. They're still here.
I've seen them everywhere.
They're still here. They're at every event.
It's just not for me.
Yeah.
It's like Primerica for you.
Yeah, Primerica is done.
Yeah. And I'm not even naming their names because I know people who do it. Yeah. And, no shade to you.
I'm naming Primerica. Y'all are done. Don't call me.
But Primerica didn't do that to you.
They sent her, though.
They didn't send her. She saw you.
I
think
her
she could draw you in with that red dress.
I think her upline told her, girl, go do this. Invite this dude to a Primerica invitation.
You know what it was? You know what she probably did?
What's that?
Extreme optimism. This is a process that we try. What she probably did was say, you know what? I might be interested in him. I just want to see what his mindset is. What's his business mindset? Perhaps we can build a business together, grow together, have kids. And I'm just going to bring him to see what his reaction is to people in this type of industry. Yeah. She probably had already had a house and kids with you in her mind, but you walked away, blocked her, and never returned. There goes an opportunity. You wouldn't even have your new girlfriend now. She would be your girl. She would be your wife. No?
Nah.
You don't see that?
I don't trust her. She sells Primerica.
Everybody needs insurance.
Yeah. Go to the insurance company.
That is the insurance company.
That's not an MLM.
Well, it is.
Go to the insurance company that doesn't recruit anybody to come in and sell insurance. Go to the insurance company that requires you to have like some background. Like you can't just walk into State Farm and start selling insurance.
Yeah, no doubt with that. Yeah. I mean, and that does go to credibility because I've seen some people just.
Well, where the lack of credibility comes?
What's that?
When you're with Primerica today, you're with Paparazzi tomorrow. You're with Organo Gold the next week. You're with Travelocity the week after that. Then you go and you are with what's the one down in Orlando? Amway. You were Amway Global. Shout out to Tone. You were at Amway down in Orlando. You're at and Amway actually sounded good when they was pitching it to me.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, some Chinese people were trying to put me on.
What do they sell?
Products.
Of course they sell. Yeah. What type of products?
Like everything. Like home cleaning products, vitamins, just a bunch of bull.
Walmart of MLMs.
Just Walmart of MLMs. Is it? It's like The Godfather, okay. And there were so many others after that. Fortune. It was so many. Anyway.
You heard of something called Friends Helping Friends?
Is that an MLM?
They had no product. That's what made it illegal. And so the MLM really, the only thing that makes them legal is that
having
they have
a product and a service.
They still pour money into.
It was a Ponzi scheme with no product. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So that's where the lack of credibility comes in, is when these people jump ship. And what happens is, well, why do they lose credibility? What happens is when you join the first organization you join, the first thing your upline tells you to do is, hey man, get your friends and family on board first. So what happens if
don't need to call nobody?
Yeah, don't call me. But what happens when you don't join 4 or 5? You don't call these friends and family 4 or 5 times to join your business or to buy your service. They don't trust you.
They don't trust you based on your character. There are a group of people, and I know them personally, who understands the structure of MLM. And they will follow this one person to each different MLM
yeah.
for the hustle of it because they understand how it works. And then those people have certain people that follow them. And so once this dries up here, we're going to go over here and hustle this system right there because it's still the same process. It's just a different product.
I see that. I see that a lot.
Yeah.
I see that a lot. And you know what?
The industry, right?
Yeah. But sometimes, they tell you, I mean, you need to get in on this now. It's going to blow up. It's going to be that. But how many times did you hear that and it actually did blow up? Tone came in with the fire.
Now, low key, not even, and it's not because I was a part of it, but that credit repair joint, that thing blew up. They was just like, get in on it now, do it now. But checks was coming in the thousands when it worked.
You know what turned me off to that?
What?
When I went to the informational, because somebody tricked me into going to
They had on the red dress? Did they have on the red dress? Or was it pink?
It was my homeboy. It was like,
he had on jeans.
Pull up. It was my homie. I went, hear him out, and the video that they played, forgive me, and we may have to block this out.
What is that?
The video that they played, the presentation was so niggery. It was dudes in cars throwing money, like they were really trying to sell the lifestyle stuff. Yeah, it was like a rap video.
Like they throwing up cash in the air.
It was so niggery. It was so, and I'm like, bro,
it was the presentation.
Yeah, it did it for me. Like lifestyle marketing doesn't sell me, like results sell me. And so I was like, I can't do it. I'm not interested. Bro, y'all got black dudes with sunglasses, they rapping. They were rapping? Man, it was the funniest thing. But I ain't
never seen nothing like
But I'm not finna pay $99 a month to be a part of this. And I still gotta hustle and go out and find y'all clients. I've just always been a dude, like, it doesn't make sense for me to build what you have when I could build it on my own.
They were catering to a certain demographic.
Absolutely.
Because that demographic typically has bad credit because they're throwing money in the air, buying cars,
and they want to see that. It was the worst thing. So it was in Atlantic. It was in Atlantic Station. It was the worst. But yeah. So the industry that you're in takes us to our last point, because I think we're going over. Tone is like,
he gave us the 5 finger.
Let's see. Credibility.
Yeah.
Your credibility is killing your credibility. Your credibility is killing your credibility in the marketplace. What does that mean?
Yo, if I know you a thief, I'm not going into business with you.
True. Or I'm not doing business with you.
No.
Now, what do you say? Because I say this, your past doesn't define you. It shapes you, but it doesn't define you. So if you were a whore in high school, that doesn't mean you can't have a successful business as an adult, right?
Right.
But I think where we draw the line is like, if I knew you in high school and you were stealing and selling drugs, 9 times out of 10, when we become adults, I'm not sending my mom to your home healthcare business. You follow me?
Yeah. Caveat.
Okay.
You share the story of your past.
I think that's how you get around it, but I'm still not doing business.
It's the story of resilience. We all have a past.
Right.
This person used to steal from banks with wire frauds, and now they have a tax company.
Yeah, I can't.
Now I probably wouldn't work with them. But if they tell the story about,
this is what I used to do.
I went to prison for a while, read some books, learned how to do things the legal way. I'm good with numbers. I'm good with money. I just didn't know what I was doing then, and I didn't have the proper resources. But here I am. Redemption is to do it the right way and to show others how to do it. With that type of transparency, you can change the narrative.
It can. You can. You absolutely can. It just doesn't change with me. But no, I believe that you do get you get cool points for being transparent. Yeah. But I'd rather go to the guy that I don't know, and that if I know you. Nah, bro.
So then there's a group of people that still wouldn't do business with you.
Yeah, there's people that won't do business with me because of who I used to be, what I used to be, what I used to do, and what I used to stand for. And I wasn't a bad guy. I was just a little less tamed. And so people may say, you know what? I remember the old Jarvis. I'm not giving him my money. That's fair. So your reputation can kill your credibility or just force people to not do business with you.
That's true. I would say get good PR.
Yeah, you got it.
Get you somebody that can help clean up the image. You see famous people do it all the time.
True, and I completely agree with you.
Is not back on top.
Right.
It happens.
Yeah. I agree. I do believe that there is some value in transparency. There is some value in saying, hey, I got caught up. She was moving weight for her dude when they were in high school and she went to jail, but I'm not giving you my tax ID number to do my taxes.
But she can be your realtor because you know she's going to take what it takes. Do what
she's
it
a
takes.
hustler. She might be able to be my realtor.
To make it work.
So it sounds like it might be industry specific. Depending upon the crime that you committed, what you used to do, and if it's in alignment with what you're doing now, I might be able to excuse it or forgive it.
Just a little bit.
But I watched you as a predator as a teenager, bro. I used to watch you hunt girls. There's no way I'm gonna send my child to your daycare.
We're doing nothing with
it. Yeah, there's no way.
Nothing.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Yeah, man.
So we haven't heard an inspirational vitamin from you in a minute, man. Like,
wow.
Give me some positivity, because this episode was probably negative. We probably talked about whores in high school. We talked about Primerica. We talked about dope dealers. We talked about a lot of things. And I just think we need to clean this episode up. So
clean it up. I think knowledge is power, right? The understanding of what it takes to do anything you put your mind to. It takes the good and the bad. There's always a pro. There's always a con. The thing is, are you going to be able to weather the storm and just stick to it, right?
Right.
And what we know in business is that things are going to get rough. We know things are going to get rough in life. I'm not saying give up. There's always a resilience story in the path.
Boom.
Learn from it, grow from it, and win. Period.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Listen, if you are looking to launch your podcast, if you're looking to take your brand to the next level, if you're looking to showcase your expertise and you need a place to do it, you need a studio to do it in, you need the graphics, the marketing to make it happen, listen, we can help you here. Brand new consulting group, Kris 10 Media, APAP Media, teamed up putting together this program exclusively for those that want to launch their own podcast. We do all the heavy lifting. We do all the hard work. All you got to do is show up and talk about it. Let's talk. Tap I'm ready in the comments and we'll go ahead and get you signed up. But I think that's it for us, Kris.
I think that's it.
You know how we do it, one brand at a time, guys. This is the Making a Brand podcast.